Hello again. Hello again. Welcome to yet another update of Electric Avenue video channel, YouTube ish. um, Welcome. I got a lot to get to today, so I'm not going to make all the excess talking brief. Pardon me if there are banging noises in the background. They're still working on this hair place for kids. It's insane. I've never seen so much money going into trying to outfit a place that's going to cut hair. So it should be pretty spectacular when it's done. So this week I have a lot of little things to discuss, and I'm just going to get to the new releases. First thing before I get to the new stuff, last week you guys have no idea what goes into trying to get these videos together quickly. Like, they're delivering things in my door, I'm quickly getting them out of the boxes. I'm in like a full schwitz right now, just because I want to show them to you before opening for business. So here you go. Last week, late arrival, Ed Sheeran's Equals. This is his first album in like 3 years. So I haven't heard it yet, but you might want to check it out. Okay, so first new release this week, and I have a disclaimer that I want to mention about this. There are very few records that have come out in the last couple years that really tick me off. And unfortunately, this is one, and I know a lot of you are waiting for this. So it's the Kid A, Radiohead, Kid A, Amnesia. All right, this is Kid A and Amnesiac together with some bonus material, all right? Now, the reason I say this is they had a lot of orders they were taking online for the color version. They said the indie stores were only going to get black vinyl. Fine. You want to screw the indie stores, whatever. Radiohead, a band that sort of built its following off of indie stores. It's not the first time they've done this sort of thing. It happened with In Rainbows about, 17, 18 years ago. I'll never forget when they were like giving the record away, and I'm like, it's bad enough that we were fighting against like the Best Buys of the world, and now you're just giving it away. I'm very conflicted about that album, the way it was released. Now I love the album, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love these albums too. The problem is that they didn't make enough of them. We're lucky if we get 1 or 2 copies, and that means I actually order like 30 and I get like 2. This is what they're talking about with supply chain issues. Personally, my feeling is, if you are Radiohead and you know you're going to have supply chain issues like this, hold off releasing it until another month. Even if you put it out in January, by then it might actually have more impact because, yeah, it wasn't a Christmas gift, but there'll be more people paying attention to it because it's not in the crunch of everything else. So I'm very disappointed, and I'm sorry to those of you who might be waiting for that, because there are very few. I'm talking very few to go around. But I think if you be patient, that one will probably get more pressings. I haven't heard anything about that. The one to watch, unfortunately, is the Nirvana Nevermind, which comes out next week. And that one, we've been told, again, we may only get 1 or 2 copies of that. And that is something that was heavily marketed as this was, as like, get in your pre-orders, and and you're going to find out that many of your pre-orders are going to be canceled. I don't know if in the case of Nirvana, they say that it's a limited edition and will not be made again. So that means there's only, I think, maybe 2,000 for maybe the US, something like that. So I don't know if they're doing this to try and drive sales of the box set of Nevermind that comes out next May. This is just a 2-record reissue with a 7-inch in it. But we're talking about an album that's one of the most famous popular albums of all time. I haven't had a copy since maybe February, March of this year. At the like, that's like what, already 8 months without it. And yeah, so I'm very disappointed in that too. I don't know. I mean, it kind of ascends to the level of like, hey, Tool, are you ever gonna put your most recent album on vinyl? I mean, it really is very deflating for an indie store. So I don't know if these guys care enough about us. I mean, if it's the record companies that are the problem, what's the problem? I don't know. Another band that I had some consternation with this year was Mars Volta, because they put out a box set of all their albums, took all these pre-orders, said, hey, get your orders in early, and guess what? I didn't get any. Some people were lucky to get one. There was so much online trying to snatch them up and then flip them. So one thing that they did that was sort of nice, I guess, was they gave the indie stores, if you had a certain way of getting it, you could get this. So I did get a copy, and this will probably be in my pictures soon, of Mars Volta's Deloused in the Comatorium. It does exist, all right? So, but very, very limited. This is gold and dark green pressing. So that will be going out on the floor in the next 24 hours, all right? It may be out there by the time this video appears, so please don't take it out on me if you've missed it. Another great indie exclusive that is an album that's sort of easier to get, but I love this record, is Wise Blood. Probably one of my top albums of the year a couple years ago when it came out. Titanic Rising. This is on indie exclusive Rainbow vinyl, one of the RSD Record Store Day pressings that they're doing now. Fantastic record. She has connections to Doylestown, so if you're in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia area, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You guys, you have no idea. Okay, let's talk some other box sets that came out or coming out this week. Billy Joel's Massive Volume 1. All of his albums up through Songs in the Attic. Sorry, there's no Attila. Plus a live from the Great American Music Hall 1975, which I believe is exclusive to this box now. This thing is almost $300. So, yeah, this is where the prices of these things have gone. But there are eight albums plus the live album. So, yeah. No, wait, I think 8 total. Don't quote me on that. 4, 5, 6. Yes, eight total. Sorry, and then a nice booklet. That's what I'm looking at there. Okay. Another great box set this week, which there's a couple different versions of this. Let's see here. Black Keys, El Camino. Now, see, they actually made enough of them. Here's the box set. Okay. Which is nice. You're going to have to let me know if you want it, though, because it's not cheap at $150, $160. But it's five records, the album, 2 records of live in Portland, BBC sessions, and the Electro Vox sessions. So very nice package. And if you're not that committed to it, but you still want a good remaster, and because it is remastered, and it does have the concert and the poster and the liner notes written by David Frick, is the 3LP edition. All right, they kind of altered the cover art a little bit, which is cool. So it's the 10th anniversary. That's a very popular record. It's nice to see it getting some attention that way. Okay, another box set. I love this record. It's not their most popular. Is Garbage, Beautiful Garbage. This was their 3rd album. Okay, and yeah, this is the full album, and then a record of B-sides, which is kind of cool. There's like, what, 10 extra songs, plus their live version of Wild Horses, the Rolling Stones track on there. Okay. I'm tired already. Muddy Waters, the Montreux Years. This is a sort of limited vinyl pressing of that, 2 LPs. Rare Earth, One World. They just put out Ma a couple weeks ago, and this is on red vinyl. If you're looking for a good clean copy of that, because boy, I've seen some rough ones out there. This came out a week or two ago. I just got it. Marissa Nadler's The Path of Clouds. If you sort of like goth indie, I mean, there's sort of a Kate Bushy feel to this record. So Diana Ross, her first album in God knows how long, and she is the executive producer of this. It's her new studio album, Thank You. Still working. It's been a while, but all right, this also came out last week, late arrival. Motorhead's The Very Best of Motorhead on vinyl. This is 4 records. It's nice. If you're a Motorhead fan, you might want this. This would make a good Christmas gift, probably, because you know Motorhead fans are all into Christmas, right? Same thing with Slayer Show No Mercy, which I think I've had before, but this is the flesh pink and orange vinyl exclusive. There are only 1,000 of these worldwide, so not a lot. All right, King Gizzard, a band that we see a lot here. They just keep cranking out live records while they're cranking out the studio ones. So here's Live in Melbourne, 2021. As usual, great cover art. And 1, 2, 3 records. All right, another King Gizzard. This one is live in Adelaide. And this is also 3 LPs. 2019 Yellow and Green Galaxy vinyl. Okay, sort of wish I had pictures of the actual vinyl or could open them. You can see them online. And then Live in London, which we had a different pressing of a couple weeks ago. I think that was maybe the import version, but sort of a same thing, I think, but a lower price. Milky Oxblood Galaxy vinyl. Let's see. Steve Earle, Towns, The Basics. So this is when he did the album in 2009. It began as guitar and vocal tracks in 2008. So that's what this is. It's on limited color vinyl. Keith Richards, Run Rudolph Run. Christmas 12-inch. That'll be of interest to Rolling Stones fans. Fela Kuti. This is Fela's London scene. And it is a 50th anniversary reissue. Billy Idol's Happy Holidays. This is his Christmas album. I think this will be very popular with the Sinatra set. I don't know. It seems like he's crooning a little bit. Mr. Bungle. This is their live record from this year or the past year, the night they came home. I told you I'm zipping through these. Primus, Green Naugahyde. And this is the 10th anniversary on ghostly green colored vinyl, limited. Charles Mingus. This is the Acoustic Sounds Verve edition. It's going to sound amazing. Acoustic Sounds does great work. Let's see. Jerry Garcia and John Kahn. This is live volume 14, part of the Jerry Garcia Mastered series. And the new Snail Mail. This one's called Valentine. And this is the Indie Limited Edition Gold Vinyl pressing. I think that's going to be popular because her last one was pretty popular. Let's see, a few CDs. Jethro Tolls Benefit. Nice little box set here. Steven Wilson did the remastering on that. Amy Mann's new record, which is only out on CD. Queens of the Summer Hotel. The vinyl does not come out now until January. Wah, wah. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats new album. This is just the CD right now. The vinyl comes out next week. Was pushed back. Steve Perry's Christmas album, if you're into that. Air, a deluxe edition of 10,000 Hertz Legend. This has a bunch of bonus tracks on it. That's a nice package. Information Society, Oddfellows. Great new album by them. Still following their kind of electro sort of goth path. And I would be remiss without mentioning, Pretenders. Two big Pretenders. Only CD releases. This is kind of interesting. They're in vinyl packages, box sets, but they're 3-disc sets, live stuff, demos, original albums, etc. And the final thing, I told you I was going to squeeze these in. We've been waiting 40 years. It's the new ABBA record, Voyage. Also in cassette. Okay, and then this is the regular edition, the colored vinyl blue indie. I should be getting a bunch of those tomorrow, which is Friday for the release date. I think that sort of covers it. I kind of got my Radiohead and Nirvana soapbox out of the way. It's exciting that ABBA have a 40-year wait for this new album. And you saw all the box sets and the new releases that have been popping in the door. Look, it's just going to get crazier. So I know this one was a little shorter, but there's people already kind of peeking in my window, knocking at the door. It never stops, folks. So I guess that's a good problem to have. Please be safe. And, we just recently had an issue around here where someone passed away from COVID who was very young. And it's very unfortunate, so it's still out there. Please be safe and take precaution and enjoy yourself. Have a great rest of your November. I'll see you next week. Another big release week next week. It's the 12th, so we've got Taylor Swift, Courtney Barnett, Silk Sonic CD, Idols, Government Mule, Damon Albarn, Joni Mitchell. The list goes on and on. Okay? Adele the week after that. Take care. Thank you for watching episode 51. Have a great weekend.